What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Liberation Room. I'm Hanson, and today we're back with our Best of the Worst series. Last time we did the AK-47. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't yet. And today we're taking one on that I feel is even worse, the FN Scar. Once again, it's like the AK. Hits like a truck. However, the recoil is unbearable. You can't put a scope on it, or else it'll just make the recoil worse and unbearable, and also there's a low magazine size. So this is obviously a very low tier weapon, in my opinion, worse than the AK. However, let's go ahead and see how we can make this as good as possible. Let's go. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the initial stats on the FN Scar. So accuracy is, it's saying decent. Damage, pretty low, or pretty high. Range, middle ground. Fire rate, middle ground. Mobility, middle ground. Control, middle. That's what it's claiming. I'm going to show you all some shots of what this thing looks like base. We're going to actually go into a little more depth on what each attachment does in this video. Some of you wanted a more, like a video of me trying to shred with it. I tried a lot. The Scar's garbage. It's not even video that I want out. The Scar's just so bad. But we'll do a little bit of shooting around with it in some plunder matches and see what we can do with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at true game data and see what we can do. Alright, so we're going to first take a look at the base weapon stats, and we're going to compare it to the current kind of the meta, which is the AMAX. So we got FN Scar in orange here, and we got the AMAX in purple. This is the time to kill, so you can see distance to target and time to kill. You can see even at point blank range, let's see, the AMAX is under half a second, while the Scar is getting close to 3/4 of a second, which is getting way too long to be competitive, or which is way too long to be competitive. Let's see, once we get out to 20... let's see, 25-ish meters. We're looking at just barely over half a second, and this is getting close to a second. And anything further than, let's see, 90 meters, it's taking a full second. This is just now getting to where the FN Scar was at point blank range. So that says a lot about the base damage of the Scar versus the AMAX. So yes, it can hit like a truck, but it just doesn't come anywhere close to the AMAX, even at base on both. And that's at 3 plates, shots in the chest, which is the easiest thing to hit. If we look at headshots, this is going to be even more drastic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They start to get pretty close out here, and that's just because, you know, you're starting to have that distance factor. So let's go ahead and now take a look at what we can do to best kit out the Scar. So let's go back. Alright, so obviously the first thing we're going to most likely add is going to be the monolithic suppressor, because we do intend to use this in Warzone, and in Warzone being suppressed is very important. So we're going to throw on the monolithic first. That's going to increase our ADS, obviously, but it's going to increase our range by 10% and our bullet velocity by, what's that, 108. So that's actually a pretty good boost. Looking at barrels, this is going to be a pretty big deciding factor. So the main thing with this weapon is the recoil. Actually, another thing is the rounds. So we're going to go ahead and put in the 30 round mag, which is as big as you can get this, and we're going to need it. This is barely competitive in duos, and that's hitting all your shots, but anything trio to quads, not even near competitive. Let's see. Vertical recoil 17, 35. That's bipod. We don't want these because these are dependent on something. These are like dependent on crouched or prone. We don't want that. 17. Horizontal bounce 15. That's actually a good one. Yeah, we're going to definitely go commando. So now we're at 3 of our 5. We don't have to put a bayonet on our weapon this time, unlike with the AK. So let's see. Barrel. That increases range by 23, vertical recoil by 8, which is good, by 10. Oh, ooh. Okay, CQC Pro is not going to be it. That's going to be a shorter barrel, just because it's close quarters. So I'm thinking Forge Tac 20, I guess that's pound, 20 pound, is going to be our shot. Hip fire obviously increases. Bullet velocity goes way up. Range goes way up. ADS and movement speed obviously is going to go up or down. Okay, so let's see what we're looking at now. Let's see. ADS 390. ADS movement speed's gone down. Horizontal bounce controlled by 15%. Mag size 20 to 30. Range is up 52%. Vertical recoil is up 15% or down 15%. However you want to look at that. Bullet velocity is way higher. Way higher, which is great. So because this weapon is so bad at recoil control, I think it'd be a bad thing to throw on an optic. I've been running my AMAX without an optic, and it's been great. Because a lot of people do have trouble controlling the recoil on the AMAX. And I just want to see what it would be like if I put that on there, and it's a laser. Let's see. All right, all these lasers are not helping with recoil. That's not going to... Ooh, that increases our recoil by 45. None of those. Vertical recoil by 4. Wish I could see that too. Let's see. ADS is 8. Sprint to fire. I think that was going to be our play. So we got vertical recoil control 19, 15. Okay, so that's getting there. Okay. All right, so now let's look at what we're looking at as far as TTK. You know what we were dealing with earlier. Time to kill actually hasn't gone up like at all. It's still going to be almost 3/4 of a second at point blank, which is terrible. And then here we're at 50-ish meters, and we're still under, or I'm sorry, actually we're over 3/4 of a second by a little bit. That's 3 plates, shots in the chest. Let's check out the headies. Okay, the headies are starting to improve. Point blank, we're looking at less than half a second. That's actually fairly competitive. But, I mean, it's got to be hitting headshots. If we add some ADS time, not bad. 100% of ADS time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not good. Not good. Let's see. All right, fire rate. After all of these attachments, we're going to look at fire rate 573, range modifier 52%, so that's up a good bit. ADS is at 390, sprint to fire. I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to make my AMAX that I'm running now, I'm going to put this on there too. That way we can see what it's like compared to a decked out meta gun. So give me one sec. All right, so now we're going to be comparing the two. I've went ahead and made my AMAX, which what I've been running now, my AMAX is Monolithic Suppressor Commando foregrip, XRK Zodiac S440, 45 round mags, and rubberized grip tape. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. The FN Scar is sitting at 573 rounds a minute, and the AMAX is sitting at 630, so we've already beat that initial fire rate with the AMAX. Range modifier 52%, AMAX is 45. ADS 390, so AMAX is going to be a little bit slower. That can be changed by changing the grip tape to, I think it's the stippled. Sprint to fire is the same. Tactical sprint to fire is the same. Movement speed, just about the same. ADS movement speed, about the same. Vertical recoil control, 19 and 30 on the AMAX. Same horizontal bounce control. Hip fire, we don't really care about because we're using this as an AR. Bullet velocity, 1,258 meters per second and 958 meters per second. So the bullet velocity on the Scar is actually a good bit higher than the AMAX. Reload time higher on the Scar, and mag size is obviously one of the biggest kickers to the Scar. So let's go ahead over to Call of Duty and let's make this loadout. Alright, so we are back in Call of Duty. Let's go ahead and make this loadout. Let's see, we said the TAC 20 pound. We've actually got some different looks here. I like that one. We decided not to go with an optic. We're going with the Commando foregrip, the 30 round mags, and what did we say? Give me one sec. Rubberized grip tape. So here. Oh, we got a custom. Blackadder. All right, so that's it. That's what we're looking at. That is the look we're going with. We got to pick some paint. What are we doing? That's not too terrible. That's not too terrible. All right. So this is what we're looking at with the Scar. This is all the attachments that we could see that would make this as good as possible. It is rocking iron sights. So let's go ahead and check it out in some plunder. All right, so we've got it in our hands. Actually, let's get out here. I kind of want to do an inspect on it. Oh, gosh. Look at that. Look at that disgusting. All right, let's do. Still some hard recoil. And that's suppressed? So loud. Alright, here we go. Okay.
I can't see shit with this.
I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
So what are my final opinions on the Scar? It is definitely a F-tier gun. It's garbage, mainly because of that right there, what you're seeing in front of you, the magazine. It's at 30 rounds. You saw that one time when I hit that guy, switched over to that guy. His teammate ended up coming over the wall and killing me, but I don't think I would have had enough ammo for that last guy, especially not that third guy. So it really does bring about that issue. That on top of not being able to equip a sight, that's a big problem for a lot of people. A lot of people like to have that sight. But with this gun, if you equip a sight with it, you're not going to be able to hit shots because the recoil on it is just so heavy. However, there were a lot of times where it felt really good. There were a few shots in there, a few kills in there where it just felt good. I ended up where I liked the sound of it. The reload isn't unbearably slow. It does have a good feel. Maybe in solos you could run it, but you're still going to get shredded by some of the other guns out there, just because of the faster fire rate and things like that. But ultimately, it's an F-tier gun. But that's why it's part of the best of the worst. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you figured something out. Maybe you can try playing around with it too. Just make sure you equip that 30-round mag and don't put a sight on it. Let someone know what gun you guys want to see next time. I'm looking next at maybe the Dragunov, but that means I have to level up the Dragunov, which is horrible. But we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.